StayConnected.com and check out some of the values. This one we've talked about a lot because if there's one thing we can all agree with, we want to be able to throw away far less food at the end of the week, you know. This gives you an opportunity now to be able to shop for the vacuum sealer. It comes along with 30 bags, by the way. So there are 3 colors, red, teal, and black. You get the 30 bags. If you want extra bags, we have those as well. This is one of the lowest prices that we've ever offered at $29.95, and just already you're done.
And they're done. This is one of those items that we've used in restaurants forever. I've been using a vacuum sealer for 15 years. And now we have a version at home. So at my home, I actually use this pretty much every single day. Because why do we love a vacuum sealer? You're removing the air, meaning you're increasing the longevity of your food. Here I've got a steak and it got all these different functions. I'm on the meat function. So even something with some moisture like a wet steak or chicken breast will seal perfectly, removing the excess air, increasing the shelf life of that steak. I can now even freeze the steak. If you see something on sale, this is how you preserve your food. Buy the things on sale in bulk, vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer, and they don't get freezer burnt and damaged in your freezer or even your fridge. You're increasing the longevity of your food. This is also great for marinating. It infuses flavor super fast. So here I've got a beautiful chicken breast that I marinated, and what happens is when you remove the air, you don't need to marinate for 4 hours. You can now leave this for 20 minutes and all that flavor is getting right into your chicken or right into your steak. It's about removing the air for flavor, for longevity, saving your money.
And you also mentioned to me that this is also perfect for those of you who enjoy doing sous vide.
Yes.
So it's perfect for that as well. If you'd like to have the teal, there are only 150 remaining in the teal, red and black. We only have 500. So across the board, this is incredibly limited. But I get it. I mean, the one thing none of us can afford to do ever is throw away any food. And it's so darn expensive right now, that we've got to do everything we possibly can to make certain that we are, you know, keeping the food that we're buying as fresh as we possibly can. So even if you had something like this years ago, it is time to revisit it. If I may, highly recommend that, you know, that if you've never had a food sealer or a vacuum sealer, it is time to maybe consider getting one. Like, this is really seriously timed. And this one is nice and slim. It's compact, fast, easy.
And you get all those different settings. So these coffee beans, imagine your dry lentils or chickpeas or coffee beans, things that you can buy in bulk, removed all of the air on the dry setting. So here I did the steak on the wet setting, or on the meat setting, I should say, and then you've got the coffee beans on the dry setting, completely airtight, air sealed. You can now leave these for so much longer and they retain their freshness. It's the way to store your food, it's the way to freeze your food. This is the solution to storage, to increasing the longevity, and buy things in bulk. So I love it for my produce, I love it for my meats, I love it for my cheeses even. I'll take my cheese and I'll show you another function of this beautiful vacuum sealer. So just make sure that your bag is lined up right in the center. Double click each side. And here, guys, if you can get that shot, here are all the different functions. I did the meat, I did the dry. Now I can do it custom on Vac. And this is where I control it just by pressing. This is wonderful if I'm doing like a bagel or a piece of bread that I don't want to crush. I can control how much air to take out. So you see, just by pressing the button, I control. Now over here, I can go to my seal mode and seal that bag. Now I love doing that for just resealing chip bags or even other open bags, which I'll show you in a second. But all those different modes allow you to control whether you have something wet like a steak, dry like coffee beans, control your vacuum seal, just like that. Think outside the kitchen as well. I will actually preserve my passports, my birth certificates, even jewelry, your silver, so it doesn't tarnish. Removing air from things is the key, and it's a great way of doing that. We also have on hsn.com the rolls. So if you run out of bags, you can rebuy the rolls and you can customize the different sizes of rolls that you want. So you're gonna be reaching for this all day long. Now here I've got a chip bag, cut open, and it works the same way. I put it into that little area for the bag, double click each side, and I click on seal. And it will seal the chip bag so you don't need those clips or anything like that Think about your produce. Buying berries, blueberries, strawberries when they're on sale. I mentioned things like bagels. Freeze them this way. Cut them, freeze them, they will stay fresh. If ever you've had freezer burnt food, this is the antithesis of that. This keeps it nice and fresh. And Marlo mentioned it. When food prices are at an all-time high, this is the way to keep your food fresher, longer. There's my chip bag, upside down. You're resealing your bags, you're resealing, buying things in bulk. I like to go to the bulk food store and buy things in bulk, saving my money, and then putting them in my vacuum sealed bags to save their shelf life. Anything you put in the freezer, this is the way